What's going on, guys? I'm Mighty back again with the weekly Rust skins videos, and today we have a very interesting looking Rust item store. So this is what we're looking like on the Rust item store's top sellers page, but let's get started with the limited store, and we will get started with the clothing. So let's have a look at the Elite Crate hoodie and pants, both going for $2.10 each, which is actually above the standard store price for clothing and armor typically, which isn't ideal, but honestly it actually looks pretty cool in my opinion. I actually think it looks really nice. Overall, we already have like the we've got a lot of military grade, military aesthetic hoodie and pants, especially green ones. And we do also have the Forest Elite camo, which is just obviously just crazy. Definitely the most highest demand ones, and the most pay to win really, because they blend in so well. $2.10 is what they're both going for. I don't really think they're going to have a very high demand to match that price on the Rust item store. But in saying that, it is also a part of an early set now. So we've already had the Elite Crate metal chest plate and face mask. So this is a continuation of the clothing set now and armor. So that is a good sign. It pretty much implies that the set is going to continue probably with road sign, so that we can at least get the kilt as well to complete the metal gear. But that would also increase the price of the hoodie and pants and the metal gear. So overall, I do see potential in these items going up in value, but you could probably get them for a little bit cheaper on the community market with a buy order, especially if the Elite Crate road sign doesn't come out next week. I do think that is how you're going to make money off of these. So as long as it doesn't come out next week, then you should be able to buy them for a little bit cheaper on the community market. If they come out next week, then I would imagine that they'll go above the Rust item store's price. Overall, though, I think it's a little bit more of a risky investment in terms of buying it off of the Rust item store. So I'd recommend picking them up, but I'd recommend getting them off the community market for a little bit cheaper than $2.10 each. I would also recommend getting the Elite Crate pants over the Elite Crate hoodie, simply because I do think the pants will sell less than what the hoodie will, and the demand will be the same relatively on the community market. Moving over to the pizza chest plate and the pizza face mask, metal face mask, of course. Now, I don't know how this set is continuing, but Helk obviously absolutely froths the pizza set. And I've just realized one thing: pineapple does indeed not go on pizza. Smash the like button for that one, because that is a straight up fact. If you disagree, then you should probably watch a different channel. But as you can see, this pizza chest plate does not have any pineapple on it, and it's going for $1.40. I'm so thankful that the pizza face mask doesn't have that dumb tomato sauce face, because that looked very silly. But overall, the pizza stuff is pretty much complete now. The only other things we can get when it comes to clothing would be, I'm pretty sure, proper hoodie and pants, road sign. I mean, it really is not complete then. We've got quite a lot to go. Very interesting that this set's continuing. So we've had hide instead of actual hoodie and pants. So it actually is possible that hoodie and pants could come out for this, which does mean that the pizza face mask and the pizza chest plate could go up in value. They're only $1.40 each. I'm just kind of brainstorming right now, as you can tell. I actually do think that these could be pretty safe investments, especially if the hoodie and pants come out for them, because people seem to like the pizza chest plate, the pizza set. Honestly, I think it's pretty ugly, but it's only $1.40 standard store price. I don't think it's really that risky of an investment. Even if the set doesn't continue, I don't really think it's going to go below that price in the community market. So overall, I recommend getting the pizza face mask and chest plate. Mightn't be the best investment in terms of crazy amounts of profit, but I don't really think it's going to be a risky investment either. So keep that in mind. Okay, moving over to the weapons, let's have a look at the Scimitar Sword, going for $2.85, standard store price for weapons. And we haven't had a sword skin in quite a while, but at the same time, I mean, the sword's not really used that often, let's be real. Quite a nice looking sword skin. Although at this point, we have got quite a lot of sword skins already on the community market. We have 3 pages of sword skins, and one of those pages is below the $2.85. So overall, I mean, clearly there isn't really going to be that high of a demand for swords. As long as this Scimitar Sword doesn't sell too much and get oversaturated, I think it's going to be a pretty average investment. I wouldn't recommend investing in it overall. You have to keep in mind Steam tax as well. So I'm not going to recommend investing in the Scimitar Sword. I just don't think it's going to make you money, actually, now that I think about it. Even as a long-term investment, it's not really going to be worth it. So not going to recommend investing in the Scimitar Sword off the Rust Item store, although it is a pretty sick-looking skin. So nice little play skin there if you want to pick that one up. Alrighty, moving over to the Lunar AR, going for $3.55. This is an AK skin. Now you guys know how I feel about investing in AK skins. Overall, it's a no from me. Interesting moon-themed AK skin, $3.55 as well. So I don't know what the standard store price is for bloody weapon skins these days and tool skins, because prices for items in Rust Item store is just going everywhere. Overall, I don't think it's going to have very high demand, to be completely honest. I don't think it's just a random skin, and I don't really think it's a very standout skin, in my opinion. It doesn't look bad, but I just don't think it's really going to blow anyone's mind, and I don't think that this is going to be the first thing that someone wants to pick up off of the community market either. So $3.55, if you want to pick this one up, I'd actually recommend getting it off of the community market, because I do think you're going to get it for cheaper. Also, I don't know if the bloody trigger is in the in-game model. Maybe it is, I don't know. I might just be wigging. Not recommending investing in the Lunar AR off of the Rust Item store. Okay, moving over to the Toxic Wolf M249. We haven't had an M249 skin for quite some time, but it does have the same little situation as what the sword does. So we've got 3 pages of M249 skins, and the whole first page is below $3.55. And, you know, it is obviously a subjective opinion, but there is some nicer looking M249 skins that are below this Toxic Wolf M249 skin. So just keep that in mind as well. I don't think it's going to have a very high demand. The Toxic Wolf set for weapons wasn't very popular overall anyway. I personally actually think it's quite a nice looking skin, and I did like all the other Toxic Wolf stuff, but people don't seem to like it in Rust, and its prices haven't been increasing by much at all, so clearly it doesn't have much demand. $3.55 is how much this M249 is as well. You also have to keep in mind, a lot of people in Rust can't get the M249 because they're it's a bit too hard for them. So keep that in mind as well. Overall, not going to recommend investing in the Toxic Wolf M249 off of the Rust Item store for this week, as I don't think it's going to have the demand to match that price. Okay, moving over to the Abyss Garage Door, going for $4.95. Really nice looking garage door skin in my opinion, and quite unique at that. We haven't had really like any alien themed kind of garage doors, and we don't really have that many black and purple garage doors either. Overall, I actually really like this garage door. I would imagine that this set will probably continue into other doors, or possibly even other deployables. The only problem is it is very expensive. $4.95, I mean, not very expensive. That was an over-exaggeration, but you get the point. It is above center store price, almost $5 for one garage door skin. It does make it a lot harder to invest in because it is the first of the skins as well, so you don't know how it's going to perform. But overall, I do think the Abyss Garage Door will have demand. As a long-term investment, I recommend picking it up. But if you want to try and pick it up off the community market with a buy order, then do so as well if your wallet isn't that big, just because it will be a little bit of a riskier investment because of its initial Rust Item store price. Overall, really nice looking skin though, and I do think it will go up. But for some people with a more limited wallet, I wouldn't recommend getting it off the Rust Item store. Nice looking skin though. Okay, moving over to the JPEG wooden door, going for $2.10. This is a wooden door skin, and it is the first of the JPEG set to get added for the doors. So I'm pretty sure there is more already made, and this is of course going along the same lines as the previous like Twig doors and stuff like that we had. So I think that it's probably likely that these sets will continue like the Twig one did, with then the wood and then the stone. like we had this stone sheet metal door last week. So I do think it's nice, but at the same time, like we're starting to get a lot of the same stuff, just slightly different. And that's obviously because, you know, we get new Rust skins every single week. So we're a little bit spoiled for choice these days, but $2.10, it's a wooden door skin. Wooden door skins don't have a very high demand. I actually really like the skin, cool play skin. Standout, unique, but no pay to win aspect, no glow or anything like that, no holes. And these days we already have like the pay to win wooden door skins even. So I don't think it's going to have a very high demand overall. $2.10, not a bad starting price for the JPEG wooden door. Overall, I think it'll be an okay long-term investment, but I do think you could spend your money better on other things overall, to be honest. Nice skin, but overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in it off the Rust store. Okay, moving over to the final skin of the week, we have the Twig Large Box, a continuation specifically of the Twig part of this materials set that we've had come out for doors, and the small box, we had the small Twig box too, if I'm not mistaken. $2.85 is what this large box is going for. Okay, so this kind of runs into the same problem as what the previous skin, the JPEG wooden door, does, and that is the fact that we have so many glowing deployables these days that are definitely pay to win at nighttime, so it makes it a lot easier to have a glowing deployable than not having a glowing deployable. Of course, this isn't a glowing deployable. It has a semi-little pay-to-win aspect if you want to go throw a bloody large box out in the woods, because it's going to be a little bit harder to see. But at the same time, I mean, that's an extremely specific pay-to-win thing. So $2.85, I don't think it's going to have a crazy high demand. I think it'll have a little bit of demand just because of what it is. But I do think you're going to be able to get it for a little bit cheaper off of the community market with a buy order. So that is what I would recommend to do overall. That is the store for this week, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'm not going to show my card just because I can't be bothered to add money to my account at the moment. I have money on there, but I'm going to buy the new Forest game. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And remember, have a skits one.
Why? 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 Why?